Hello, Applied English. Super disappointed that I don't get to be with you guys today, but I'm doing my best to stay positive and just support you today as we continue our learning about predicate nouns and predicate adjectives. You can think of today's lesson as just a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday we learned about what predicate nouns and predicate adjectives are. Today's all about practice. As per usual, it's a virtual day. I encourage you to take a moment to pause the video and pray if you haven't yet. Otherwise, I'm going to try to keep this video pretty darn short today. Alright, continuing forward here. So, right now, you're watching the 0927 directions video. Again, going to try to keep this one pretty short. I just want to give guidance on today's practice activity. Once again, you have until the end of the night tonight to get that completed. Let's take a look at our lesson folder here. So directions video we're watching now. One thing I want to point out is that I have included a YouTube link to yesterday's lesson video. So if you need just a quick review or if you need to rewatch any of yesterday's lesson, you can easily get there in YouTube by clicking this link. That way you don't have to go back to another lesson in Schoology. Otherwise, the main thing I want to look at today is our predicate nouns and predicate adjectives practice. I'm going to click preview because I believe there's some directions there. Yeah. And here's our instruction. It says, please answer the following true, false, multiple choice, and fill in the blank questions. Same idea as our last quiz about predicate nouns and predicate adjectives. You are allowed 2 attempts on this activity. I know you don't have a whole lot of written notes, but you can certainly refer back to yesterday's lesson. And your higher score will be counted as well. So you are free to take an attempt on this thing, see how you do, make adjustments, and then take it again for a higher score. You can think of this as maybe just a small sample of some of the questions that you might see on our quiz at the end of this week. By the way, I don't want you to worry too much about a nouns and verbs test like we had planned for this Friday. I am adapting it to make it shorter and open note. So we'll devote tomorrow's lesson to preparing for our next quiz. For today, just want you to focus on predicate nouns, predicate adjectives. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So first, I think 4 questions are true, false. I'm going to give you a sentence. So it'll say, like, in the sentence below, source is a predicate noun. Goats are a source of milk. You have to decide whether the word source there, as it's used as a predicate noun, or not. If it is, select true. If it's not, select false. Once we get to question 5, they shift to multiple choice. In the sentence below, what part of speech is happy? For each of these multiple choice ones, A is always verb, B is always predicate noun, C is always predicate adjective, and D is always none of the above. You just have to select which one you think is correct for that particular sentence. So what part of speech is happy? She was happy to see goats. Select what you think is correct there. The same applies all the way through, I think, question 8. Yeah, the last 2 questions are the most extensive ones. These are both fill in the blank. It'll say for the sentence below, please identify the verb as well as the predicate noun. So for instance, on number 9, we have potatoes are tasty vegetables. I have to type in whichever word I think is the verb. I have to type in whichever word I think is the predicate noun. Question 10, extremely similar. For the sentence below, please identify the verb still, as well as the predicate adjective this time. So make sure you're following directions carefully. Again, whatever word you think is the verb, type into the verb blank. Whichever word you think is the predicate adjective goes in the predicate adjective blank. Once again, you do get 2 attempts on this little practice. I didn't really want to call it a quiz because technically it's open note, but I do want to give you a chance to kind of reinforce our learning from yesterday on predicate nouns and predicate adjectives. Once again, we'll use tomorrow's lesson to do some quiz review, talk more about what to expect on Friday as well. In the meantime, I'm doing quite a bit of grading. So those of you who have had just issues accessing virtual stuff the past couple of days, I'll reach out to you individually to see how I can help you catch up. I will not be marking that stuff late. I know technology can be a bear sometimes. So again, I'll reach out to you individually if I'm noticing things missing in the gradebook. Until then, keep up the good hard work, and I can't wait to see you guys when I finally get to see you again. Once again, if you need to reach out to me, you can email me. Reach out to me through Schoology Messenger or Microsoft Teams. I'll do my best to get back to you. It's been just a little tricky these past few days, but I am devoting quite a bit of time to grading today. So hopefully I can get back to you quickly, especially for those of you who have been patiently waiting for me. Love you guys. I'll catch you when I catch you. Peace.